Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. The GoBots have returned after a month-long hiatus. We're bringing back the GoBots and we're going to kick it off with a Renegade that was seen not too long ago before we took this break. We're taking a look now at Twin Spin. Twin Spin was released in 1985. He would also be available in 1986. And would be discontinued when the toy line ended. As mentioned earlier, Twin Spin was seen a couple of months ago at the very least, when we did the review of Breezy, as both Breezy and Twin Spin have the same alternate form, but Breezy was more of a child's toy in appearance than what Twin Spin is. Now, Twin Spin's one of them I didn't have growing up as a child. I bought him as an adult collector, and I kind of wished I had had him as a child. Seeing the images of him in various media with these twin rotor blades mounted onto his wrists, like so. This made him come off looking like that he was a fierce fighter. Somebody you definitely did not want to mess with. Of course, these rotor blades were energized a bit. I could almost easily see him having a similar fighting style early on to the way General Grievous fought Obi-Wan Kenobi during their famous battle midway through Revenge of the Sith. That would almost look kind of neat with this little GoBot. At any rate, let's take a look at Twin Spin's articulation. He's got a fair amount for a GoBot of his size. We can raise his arms up, like so, at the shoulders, so that his shoulders can touch his head. Does have a bit of a ball joint here at the shoulder, so it does allow his arms to rotate all the way around. Plus, of course, he can raise them up and down like so he does have quite a range of motion with them. As for his legs, he doesn't get a whole lot, but we can spread his legs out about so far. So, he's got a fair amount, not perfect, but enough to at least allow for some play value. We'll take a brief look here at his loose pieces. Since he has two of these are his rotor blades in the three-bladed style. And of course, they're done up in chrome, so you'll definitely have to check them for chrome wear if that's something that bothers you. And of course, the other thing to watch for is that they are very, very thin. So they will not take a whole lot of pressure, and it will break them. So please do watch out for that if you're looking for a loose one on the market. And to convert Twin Spin, first of all, we got to remove the blades. And the first thing we do is we get his chest piece here, and we fold it out over his head, like so, and we pop out this landing gear. We fold his arms down to the side, like so. You'll rotate them so that you can see the ball joints in there, and then fold them up and under to hold the cockpit in place. His legs, we're going to push the legs together and then push them up against his waist. And then we rotate his feet out and put them into position. Then we'll attach a rotor blade back here to his feet. And we put the other one right here up in front. And there we have it. Alternate mode is a Boeing CH-46 Sea Knight helicopter, which is a rather impressive looking vehicle. It's certainly different in terms of what we got, since even the Transformers didn't get a dual-rotored helicopter like this. About the closest other vehicle like this to be released in a major toy line would be the Tomahawk helicopter released for G.I. Joe. So it was a similar design, not exactly based on the C-Knight. And of course, it was also famous for having a five-bladed rotor, and it had two of them. And as you can imagine, those are not easy pieces to replace. Now, some of my viewers in Europe may remember that this toy was packaged differently than how we're depicting him here. In Europe, Twin Spin here was called Carryall. And of course, in Europe, Carryall was a Guardian, not a Renegade. So, rather interesting how he wound up changing sides here just by simply going across the ocean. Whereas here in the GoBot's media here, Twin Spin was one of the rogue renegades that worked for Zero underneath the surface of Gobotron. So his loyalty to Psykill would have been in doubt and in question at any rate. Now we get down to my thoughts on him. What do I think of Twin Spin? Twin Spin's one that I've always liked, one that I wished that I had growing up as a child. But I didn't get him until I became an adult collector, like I stated earlier. I've always liked the fact that he always looked like that he was the tough street brawler. One that was more willing to get into a fight or be used to guard things of extreme importance to the Renegades due to the fact of having that unique weapon set up. I mean, yeah, in the cartoon we famously saw Coptor use it all the time, but Coptor only had one rotor blade, whereas Twin Spin here has two. So imagine the kind of fun fighting that Twin Spin here would have had in battle if he would have been allowed to fight that way. But seeing as the cartoon was put out by Hanna-Barbera, we know that was never going to happen anyways, but we can still dream. That, and if IDW decides to do another GoBots comic book, maybe they should consider having a fight scene where Twin Spin fights a few Guardians. They're spinning his rotor blade weapons at him. That'd be kind of neat. Overall, the toy's not bad. He's got good posability for one of his size. His alternate mode, again, it's something that's rather unique. And that helps make him stand out more than a lot of the others, since the only other one that was like him was a G.I. Joe vehicle that would have been several times bigger than what he is. So yeah, all in all, I think this one deserves a top tier slot. Simply on the grounds that he's just wicked cool. When you take a good, close look at him, and it just seems like a wasted opportunity that nobody's really given him a chance to shine. And that concludes my review of the Renegade GoBot Twin Spin. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please leave me a thumbs up here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below and join up in our ranks. Also ring the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I post new content. And also share your thoughts about Twin Spin or his European name Carryall in the comments down below. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.